What's up guys, Zach here. Welcome back to the channel. We're gonna do the giveaway video that I promised we were gonna do a few days ago. I got a little busy over the week and the weekend with work and a disc golf tournament over the weekend. And then I filmed the video, and then as I was editing it, realized that I had filmed it in portrait mode again, and decided to redo it this time since it wasn't like an unboxing video where I was cheating you out of the initial reaction. This was too easy to just go ahead and refilm, but I just didn't have time until today. So instead of a in the bag video, which is what I originally planned on doing today, we're gonna do a behind the bag video. So basically just my story of disc golf, and that's gonna lead into the giveaway. If you don't wanna watch the video, I'll give you an easy out. The giveaway is just gonna be comment just like an impactful moment of disc golf to you and just like why disc golf means a lot to you. So, but if you want to stick around, it's my story of how I got into disc golf and why disc golf is so important to me. So I started playing disc golf in 2017 in Korea, of all places. I was in South Korea at Camp Humphreys. I am in the military, I'm Army. I'm a Black Hawk instructor pilot, and stationed in Korea back in 2017, working 14 hours a day, what felt like 8 days a week. And a buddy of mine saw how stressed I was and just drowning in paperwork that was never ending. So he grabbed me, said, let's go. We're going to go sling some plastic as hard as we can at some baskets. And I had no idea what he was talking about. So we grabbed one disc, a Blizzard Boss, of course, and we went out to the course at Beacon Hill Disc Golf Course, and we threw to the basket, or rather he threw to the basket. Then he marked it with a bottle cap off a Gatorade that we brought, and then I ran and got it, went to throw it, and it was awful. I think it went all 30 feet, nose up, stalled out, came down, and just like as you would expect from any brand new player getting into the game. So it was terrible, and that upset my feelings a lot because I've grown up my entire life playing every competitive sport that I could try and do, and I was really bad at this, and usually that doesn't happen. So of course I went out and bought a starter pack and started playing every day, just going out to the field and throwing until I got better. And then I got into doubles tournament and didn't even get to play the doubles tournament because my buddy hit me in the face with the same Blizzard Boss, and I took 8 stitches to the chin. While we were warming up, I'd run ahead and he just didn't see me and went to rip a forehand and said, look out, and I looked up and took it straight to the chin. So I tried to play, but the tournament director wouldn't let me since I was bleeding all over the place. So, but that was my intro to competitive disc golf. And I was looking forward to getting out there and actually competing in my next tournament when I got back to the States. And when I got to Fort Rucker here in Alabama, now Fort Novosel, I guess, but it'll be Fort Rucker to me forever. It's the Army's flight training center where now I teach guys coming through that got picked up for the Army just to fly helicopters, and I teach them from basically day one of the Black Hawk and teach them how to fly. So we have one course here on base, and it wasn't that great, so we started doing some upkeep, did a little bit of redesign work on it, then we won a tournament. So I started running tournaments because nobody else would. There was a need, and so I filled that need just so I could play tournaments. And then I learned it's really hard to run a tournament and play in it at the same time. And the biggest downside of that is that when you put it all on your credit card for the players packs, then you have to hope the tournament fills, or else you're not getting your money back. So that's what led me to start Rotor Disc Golf Supply. A few years later, it kind of started as just I had some discs that I got, and I would sell them on the side to raise funds for the next tournament. And then it kind of got a little too big, and I was worried about like getting found out by the government. So went legit, made a website, and so now I have rotordiscgolfsupply.com. And that just basically bankrolls all the tournaments and fundraiser stuff for the area. And that's just kind of like segues into what is the most important thing about disc golf to me is the disc golf community. Of all the sports that I've played, there's unlike anything else other than just the disc golf community itself is so welcoming and helpful and supportive of the community and each other. And I get there's some bad apples out there and everyone's gonna be like, oh yeah, we got this guy, but I get it. Like there's always gonna be like, you know, that one person that just like breaks the rule. I'm talking about the general average, the population. You guys are incredible, and the outpouring of support for each other. Like an example, when Big Germ's car got broken into, was that last year, 2 years ago? Like the amount of support that he got from you guys to help him replace his bag and stuff, like I followed that and it was just insane. We also, like me and Rotor Disc Golf Supply, donated to the cause. And then he turned around and donated the money to charity. Like, disc golfers are so willing to give money to help each other out or give their time, their effort, do course cleanups and stuff like that. Like, it's just, no other sport is really like that. And that's the biggest thing to me, is I thought I got into disc golf for the competition because I missed competitive sports. That was a huge aspect of my life growing up. And then I lost that with the Army because I couldn't do team competitive sports anymore because it's kind of hard to commit to it when I don't know what my flight schedule is going to be like. And then I found disc golf and I was like, sweet, now I can compete. But then it was the community that really shocked me, is like the highlight of disc golf to me and what makes it so special. So I just, started pouring every ounce of energy I had into the community, into the sport, growing the sport here in Southern Alabama. North Florida, we're like 2 hours north of Panama City Beach, not even. We're kind of in a desert of disc golf here. It's kind of a weird spot, but it's been my goal just to grow disc golf here. So we have a course in Enterprise now, in the actual like city proper, not just on base. It's already one of the top 5 courses in the state of Alabama, I believe. And it's only been in the ground for 18 months. We're already looking at putting in another one next year. I talked to Avery and our 501c3, 501c, whichever. We're looking at putting another course here and making a disc golf destination. And it's going to be absolutely incredible just to watch the sport grow over the next few years. So, and I just kept playing, practicing. Started out with, the starter pack, and eventually decided that I don't like the Rock 3, because if you watch any of the videos, I just like my fingers are so chunky that they grab the bead at the Rock 3. And I asked somebody, I was like, well, what's another Rock 3 that doesn't have a bead? And they're like, oh, here, try my MD3. Absolutely fell in love with the MD3, and next thing you know, my whole bag was Discmania. Never looked back. Just fell in love with the brand, fell in love with their mission, and all I wanted was to be on Team Discmania. And finally made that happen 2 years ago. Been with the team for 2 years now, hopefully a third. We'll see. Contracts are up at the end of this year, and but it's not been without its struggles. Being in the military, the vaccine was mandatory. Got the vaccine and got the myocarditis with it, with cardiomyopathy. So I have early onset heart failure. That set me back big time. That was right after I did the combine. Is I found out that I had I was struggling to breathe. I felt like I was just in a vice the whole time, with like just being bear hugged the whole time. And my heart rate would shoot through the roof. I had to drop, I think, from like 6 tournaments in the last 2 years, 6 or 7 tournaments throughout the summer, just because I couldn't compete. My heart rate is like freaking out, shooting over 185, 195, and just had to walk away. So it's been a huge uphill battle once I got the go ahead that I could start working out again, because I was afraid that, I was going to just drop of a heart attack working out. So I didn't work out for the better part of 2 years. I tried, and disc golf saved me. Disc golf was like the thing that gave me something to go outside and do, to just be active, because it was low impact. Even if it was only to go out and do 6, 9 holes and leave, that's what I did. I went out, threw the disc. I joined the cart gang, so I didn't have to lug the bag around, and I could sit whenever I wanted to. But it gave me something to do, to go outside, and gave me hope that like there was a path forward to stay active even with a heart condition. And now going on, I got the clear to start working out in January, late January, early February this year. So after running a bunch of tests, I said, okay, you're good. Your heart's not going to stop, but take it easy and work into it. So been working out pretty consistently since then. And finally I'm carrying a bag again. I'm throwing extra water in just for the extra weight, feeling great again. Still not at peak performance, but I have my entire disc golf community here behind me, cheering for me, rooting for me, hoping that, the next tournament's the one where I finally can like put 2 consecutive rounds good together. Because I'm completely fatigued and out of steam, and I'm just struggling to get through the second round. If you look at any of my stuff on PDGA, you'll see I'll be fire the first round, and then I got nothing left in the tank, and I'm just dragging through, and I'm a completely different person, maybe like 6 holes in. But that's a huge improvement from last year. So I can't thank the people around me enough that support me and push me to keep going. And highlight my improvements and like the good rounds that I do and cheer me on during tournaments. And, you know, I'll get the text messages like, you got this and stuff. And then I'm like, I'm sorry. But, you know, I don't want to let them down, but, you know, I keep pushing myself. And it's like my local community here, but just like the disc golf community in general is just like that. And that's what I absolutely love about disc golf is the people behind, you know, when we're not actually playing, just everyone's still supportive, and it's just absolutely amazing to see. So what I want from you guys is to comment kind of, you know, a similar story about like, you know, why disc golf is so important to you, or like an impactful memory or a moment specifically that you remember that just like highlights why disc golf is so great to you. So I'm going to do a random picker, but I'm going to read through the comments. You know, I'm not going to like be biased and pick the best one because that just wouldn't be fair. So what we're going to do is I'm going to run it through like a program on the internet that I found that's going to pick comments. I'm going to pick 2 comments, and for each of those, I'm going to send you out a one of the mystery box stone discs, and I'll let you pick which one you want. I'll reach out to you somehow. I'm going to figure that part out next, and I'll reach out to you and we'll let you pick which one you want, and I'll send it off to you completely free of charge. And with that, I'll send you the coupon code for the 20% off your next order with Discmania. And I'm going to send you a coupon code for 20% off your next order with rotordiscgolfsupply.com. So just keep in mind with, you know, my store, I don't take any of the proceeds. All the money that I've made from the store in the last 2 years that I've been running Rotor Disc Golf Supply has gone back into the community, either through charity, foundation, donations, or, you know, donated cash to tournaments, not just my own, various tournaments throughout the country. All the money goes back out to you guys to help support your tournaments. You know, keep that in mind if you're looking for a place to shop for discs. It's about the same price as anywhere else, but your money's going to a good cause. In the bag coming soon. That's going to be next. And then going into next year, I'm going to start a series where I do just kind of tips and how-to videos, like not necessarily how to throw the disc or how to putt, but the first one's going to be like a putting series, for example. So there's plenty of videos out there from people way more qualified than me on how to putt. So that's not really going to be helpful to just throw another one out there. But what will be helpful is just kind of my take on how to use those tips and tricks on putting techniques and actually go use them in the yard. That's the one thing I feel kind of gets left short, is like they tell you, oh, this is how you throw a better backhand, this is your grip. You're like, cool, thanks. And then you don't know what to do with it. So I'm gonna start a series on that, just kind of like how to use those form techniques, how to develop those, get them into muscle memory, and use a little bit of my, you know, instructor skills with that, and how to like implement that into drills and practice and improving your game overall, instead of just like watching a YouTube video and thinking you're going to instantly get better. Let me know what your favorite moment is, and I'll look through those. Can't wait to see, and I hope you guys also read through each other's comments. If you'd like to see anything else, let me know. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys soon with the In the Bag video.